That would give me an extra 10 to 15 minutes with everyone in the chat, and let's go. Remember to hit the like button, says John Powell, since people are hanging out. Tommy Bricks, John Powell, good to see you both. Thanks for being here early, and thanks for waiting as I was getting set up and ready to live stream. I actually had to redo the legs on the dinosaur, and something bugged me about this. So I'm building up the Jurassic Park set here. This is the T-Rex breakout. This is set, gosh, I never remember the number. 76956, 1,212 pieces. And okay, it sort of lives up to the 18 plus age range, or good enough for 18, age 18 minimum, and then above there. So you got to be a really advanced builder, right? Or maybe it's the interest level. Maybe that's what it is. But I think younger builders would love this, especially when you get the T-Rex build. That's pretty cool. What little kid does not find dinosaurs interesting? So for whatever reason, the legs, they're symmetrical, so they're different on the left and right, which is cool. But I had some of the tile pieces, I thought, disoriented or on the wrong side, and then this bugged me. So if you see the pieces here that snap into the actual frame of the body, one is this section. I don't know what these pieces are called, these rounded kind of Technic pieces, but the gray part faces up, and then the beige part faces up, and I thought I had done that incorrectly. I thought both, it looks better to have both the beige part face to the top of the dinosaur's body and not beige and gray. But then when I looked at the instructions, it's supposed to be this way. So I rebuilt the legs and then realized it's still the same way. I thought maybe through the live stream and talking, I wasn't paying attention to one of those details, and looked like it did it wrong. But in any case, that's the way it's supposed to be. And just to confirm that, I know it's maybe not the most interesting thing, but it is when you build. You start to appreciate all the finer details. But there you go. There's one part is beige that faces up, and then one part that is gray. Those are the linking pieces from the leg to the main body of the T-Rex. So in case you ever build something like that, these are not symmetrical. They're not oriented left, right. It's just one way. And however you have to attach it is the way it will look on top. So, and then to make sure the tail balances so the thing can stand up. So yeah, welcome to the live stream, and thanks for being here. Building up a Lego set, the Jurassic Park set. Tommy, thank you. Hey, John Powell. Psh, hey, Tommy. Psh, and Alexandria. Psh, awesome. We got the three mods here. Good to see you guys. And thanks for being here at this late hour. It might almost be Friday for you, or maybe it is actually. Pretty sure for Alexandria, it's already Friday. So welcome to the early start to your weekend. Welcome in. Yeah, thank you, John Powell. Welcome in everyone to the chat. As I start building, I'm sure we'll see some new folks. So if you're just listening in the background and you like Lego, you like talking Lego, you like building Lego, you just find Lego an interesting medium of being creative and revisiting something you liked as a kid or rediscovering as a grown-up. If you are into model building, puzzles, or just some nice hobby that keeps you focused, and you can listen to a podcast, you can listen to this live stream, you can listen to a book on tape, or some kind of movie in the background, or just the nice quietness and hearing all the clicks of the Lego bricks being put together, then this is a great setting for that. I'm on bag 5. There are 9 bags total, although I think there's a couple numbered bags that are basically doubled up. So there'll be 2, I think there's 2 number 6 bags, or maybe it's 2 number 9 bags. I didn't look carefully, but we'll find out. So bag 5 has our 4th minifigure in this set. And Tom, you're gonna have to remind me, we got the 2 kids from this is from the original Jurassic Park movie, which is really fun in itself. You got the two kids. You got the Jeff Goldblum character holding a flare. That's his weapon of choice or deterrent of choice. And then the two kids, one wearing night vision goggles. You get a hairpiece for him as well. I think you get, well, maybe not. I thought you got two of these green helmets, but you get one for a night vision goggle, or you can put on a hairpiece. And so now it looks like I'm building the T-Rex, the most imposing dinosaur until you see its forearms, and you're like, these little forearms that kind of barely stick to the body. And I don't know if science can explain why that T-Rex has all these huge hind legs and then two little forearms that I don't know if it helps for anything. It can't just be for balance, but it's kind of funny. Lan Malcolm is the professor. Aha, there we go, Lan Malcolm. Thanks, Tommy. So we've got so that's this guy right here. Is that Lan Malcolm? The Jeff Goldblum character is Lan Malcolm. And then we've got the Sam Neill character that I will build up out of bag 5. And he also has a flare for a deterrent. That's interesting. You open bag 5, and usually it's the minifigure that the instructions tell you to build first, but it doesn't show that. So I'll just go with what's next here. Building up the forearm to the T-Rex here. And you got a pink piece as the base, which is basically telling you that's an interior piece. So there we go. I don't know did you guys catch the other live streams today? I was so annoyed. I said yesterday we had an awesome raid from Brick Together and Mayo and others, and I said to Mayo and Brick Together, oh man, I hope I did miss your guys's your collab live stream. And they said, oh no, don't worry, it's today. And then I got online and I think I missed it by about 15 minutes. So I didn't get a chance to catch their live stream live. But I did watch part of the discussion. It was kind of fun to hear them talk about all the ways they are going to plan to collab again and what sets they might build. So it's good to listen to it. G'day, Drop Bear Bricks is back. Psh, hope you guys are still healthy over there. Drop Bear Bricks in Australia. Kids are recovering, internet still works, and all that good stuff. Yes, hello, Drop Bear Bricks. So thanks guys for being here, leaving a like. If you just joined in, please leave a like, and thanks for saying hello. So in terms of Lego topics, what can be covered in our chat this evening? Lex and Tim Murphy are the two kids. Thanks, Tommy. I won't remember tomorrow when I build this again, but Tommy's here to remind me. Lex and Tim. And Lan was the professor, right? I thought I read that right, and now, oh, there it is, Lan Malcolm. Lan Malcolm is the professor for the Jurassic Park movie. The original one is I saw the other one. I don't know if they did 3 Jurassic Parks from the 1990s series of movies. I want to say there was 3. There was one where basically the T-Rex ends up in Japan, in Tokyo, and it kind of ends up looking like Godzilla is attacking the city. But the first one was the best, and should have just stopped there. I have not seen any of the newer movies that have come out with Chris Pratt. I know they did one, I think, just this past summer with Scarlett Johansson. It's like they're recycling the MCU actors for Jurassic Park. But I don't know if that last one got great reviews. Pretty much anything that's a franchise now, series of movies that is released by Hollywood isn't that great. So then the motivation to go watch them is kind of meh. Now, when it comes to Lego though, then that's a totally different situation. And so, the Star Wars sets that are inspired by some of these mid-tier shows can be somewhat interesting, somewhat okay. I do like, for example, Star Wars DNM Bricks was building the transporter scythe, the Inquisitor scythe. I think that's what it was. That Star Wars ship that kind of is like a V-shaped black plated ship, and that one I thought came with some awesome minifigures. The Disney Plus TV show that it's based off of was kind of ridiculous, but the characters had some just really cool looks, and the Lego version and minifigs of that ship are pretty sweet. So that was a set. That's another Star Wars set. I forget I have that one. So that was a fun one to see them build. Drop Bear Brick says, oh, Ian Malcolm, not Land Malcolm. Ian Malcolm, got it. Thanks, John Powell. Drop Bear Brick says, yep, we're all doing a lot better. The kids are back at school, daycare, and I haven't done any Lego in a few weeks. Oh, gotta get some Lego going there, Drop Bear Bricks. What will it be? What theme will you build? Ian, yes, Ian Malcolm is the Jeff Goldblum character. Let's see, John Powell says, capital looks like an L, it's an I. Oh yeah, for the lettering. Yeah, it's like a lowercase L. I thought it was an uppercase L, so it was, okay, yeah, so Tommy spelled it with an L. That's why I said it that way. Drop Bear Brick says, I watched the new one with Scarlett Johansson, and yeah, it wasn't anything to write home about. I much prefer the OG 3 movies. Yeah, so there were 3 from the original Jurassic Park series of movies. I can't remember if all the characters were consistent through all those. I want to say the Sam Neill character was. Gosh, those came out, what, in the early 90s. So, yeah, I don't remember the storyline really. The first one I remember because that was kind of pioneering too. The graphics with the dinosaurs. I don't know if that was considered. I think it was. It might have been early form of CGI animation, and yeah, they did pretty cool with that. They did pretty well with that technology in that movie. It was really fun just to see that whole story come to life. You know, make these dinosaurs life-size, giant-sized dinosaurs come to life, you know, almost in the flesh, at least on the movie screen. So that was pretty captivating. And then, yeah, when the story goes south with the whole Velociraptor threat and that being released into the movie Uncontrolled, then the movie really got intense. So, yeah, very cool movie to see. And then when the Lego sets came out, I actually didn't pay attention much to the Lego sets that came out because I think they started out being focused on the newer movies, and I think this one was more of like I guess it was part of the Jurassic Park series of movies, but I want to say this one was more kind of in the ideas realm where they just released a couple of these from the old movie, like there was the other one, The Gate, where it was the T-Rex escape or something like that. And they even have a quote. There's a commemorative plate that goes with this. It says, "Boy, do I hate being right all the time." Oh, and there they go. They got Ian Malcolm's name on. I don't know if you can see it right here. A famous quote from him. I like the other one that we were talking about when I introduced this set, where the one that John Powell remembered with the you realized, even though you realized you could what do you call it, clone these dinosaurs, you never asked yourselves if you should. That would have been the choice quote to put on the plate here, but it's true. He was right. This was a mistake to make these dinosaurs come to life, to clone real life dinosaurs. Oh, here we go. Very small sticker piece. I'll have to try that X-Acto knife technique at some point. I did watch Brick Together and Mayo building, but I don't think I saw him use the X-Acto knife in the set they were working on. Actually, I think it was a Lumi brick set they were building. I don't think it was a Lego set. So, yeah, another thing to put on the wish list, Lumi brick set. So, yeah. Drop Bear Brick says, I have the set you're building, but I have yet to build it. I'm still currently partway through the Nintendo Game Boy still. Oh, that's right, Drop Bear Brick. You said you got that one. That was a really cool set. Well, that one, I assume that won't take too long if you have time to focus on it. But with little kids, it's probably a little bit challenging just to set everything aside and build a giant Lego set. Alexandria says, I fell asleep on the Scarlett Johansson Jurassic movie. Okay, that's a good indicator of how captivating that movie was. John Powell says, Sam Neill played in the first and third movies. Okay, so either the second one was forgettable. I have no idea what that one looks like or what it was about. Romy Bricks, so good to see you here, Romy Bricks. So we got 10 of you watching. Don't forget to leave a like. That would be much appreciated. So Drop Bear Bricks, if you haven't left a like, please leave a like. Romy Bricks says, hello to JP, to TB. Good to see you all. Romy Bricks, hello. Namaste to you, Romy Bricks. Romy Bricks says, that's an epic set for the Jurassic Park movie released years ago. I went with my dad to the cinema and saw a giant motorized T-Rex. I was surprised. Yes, so this whole storyline is pretty cool. The Lego sets, there are quite a lot. A lot of them look really good. And I am satisfied just to have this one. I know we have a smaller set, which is like probably, I think it might be from the newer movie, but it's just like, it just looked cool. It was like a lab, like probably the inside of the Jurassic Park amusement park where a control center, I guess, maybe not the lab, a control center. But I think it had the, those dinosaur egg accessory pieces and maybe 2 minifigures, but I think it was the newer, the newer theme. So wherever that set is, I know I have it in one of our storage crates. There's like one storage crate of Lego I have not opened since we moved, and I bet it's in there because that storage crate kind of has all the random older sets that my kids built, mostly like Lego city sets, all like a bunch of police car builds and truck builds, fire truck builds, and gosh, I don't know what that might have our Technic build in there also, so that might be worth digging out now that I say that. But I always come up with, or I'm reminded of, older sets we have, and then that's it. It kind of, the thought goes at that moment. The moment's fleeting, basically. All right, so I thought this was the arm piece, but maybe this is more than that, or it's got like spikes on it. So trying to see, oh, there we go. Trying to see how well this connects. So yeah, we got, or it's the T-Rex head, actually. There's an eye. It's the T-Rex head because there's the teeth. I know, I looked at the picture wrong. So there we go. This will look cool. Tommy Bricks says, oh, John Powell says, the second was focused on Jeff Goldblum's character. Aha. Hope are all having good times and are doing well. You and me both, John Powell, says Tommy Bricks. And we've got, let's see, Cade. It's Cade. Cade Allen. Psh, welcome, Cade. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Cade, yeah, it's the Jurassic Park set here. And I think I showed it, but it's set 76956. Just a really cool display piece, right? So I think it fit in the screen if I hold it back this far. But yeah, 1,212 pieces, an 18 plus set. And 2 of the bags, the first 2 bags are just building the Jeep here. So it's a pretty involved build, lots of single stud pieces or plates, but yeah, when it all comes together, it looks really good. Lots of stickers though. So if you don't like stickers, they look good once they're on, but if you don't like stickers, then that might also be the qualification for why it's 18 plus. But yeah, be prepared. So Drop Bear Bricks, you said you have that set. Be prepared for some stickers. Drop Bear Brick says, on my phone as the kids have just gotten home from school. It only just worked out how now to like the live. I thought it was the heart, but I clear. No worries, Drop Bear Bricks. I see the likes coming in. Love it. No problem. Romy Brick says, no way, Tommy Bricks. That's cool to see water. Ripple factor. Please like and subscribe, says John Powell. Thank you. Tommy says, let's hit 20 likes. Psh, all right, we've got a set of 5 so far. So multiples of 5. We're a quarter of the way there, and that's pretty sweet. So I looked, and I was also talking yesterday, and John Powell mentioned too that the build, what do you call it? The BrickLink designer program, Series 7, was still in the voting stage, but it looks like they got all the requirements needed to go forward, and so now it's taking pre-orders, and I really like this set. I'll show it off again. This frigate is so cool. I mean, if you have collected, what the heck? If you have collected Lego ships before in the past, this one really stands out. And I don't know what happened here to the screen, but yeah, this one stands out. It looks so good. Let me see if I can increase the size, but yeah, 20 minifigs come with this set, but yeah, very cool. So let's say you got the Black Pearl and you want kind of a privateer, or yeah, another ship to be the representation of the law and order of the Caribbean island or something like that, then you've got the frigate here. You could have that as a competitor ship to the Black Pearl. So the only thing is, I've never ordered a BrickLink designer set. They are definitely in the higher price range. This one's $350. So that's like, yeah, I guess that's an equivalent of a good size modular set. So yeah, I don't know, that ship looks cool. I haven't really been inspired enough to get a BrickLink designer set, primarily because of the price. But then the sets, a lot of sets look cool. A lot of them are building sets, like, you know, castle themes seem to come up a lot, or specialty builds, like, I don't know, a restaurant or a cottage, or I don't know. I think maybe they've done a lighthouse also, and those sets look really cool. But yeah, I don't want to part with $300 or so to get one of these. But that frigate, that one looks cool. That ship looks very cool. Romy Brick says all the Brick Therapy mods are active. Psh, I know, Romy Bricks, I love it. This makes me feel very well in good hands with all you guys here, because you know, the internet, there's always the random folks that just are looking for some attention. So I'm glad you guys are here. John Powell says, actually both are going on pre-orders for the current series and voting on the next series. Yeah, I was a little bit unclear, because I think this is Series 7, the one I'm showing with the frigate. But then if you go to the BrickLink designer program, is there like 10 series? Yeah, I don't know. There's Series 8? Oh, I guess those are still taking votes. Okay, Series 8 through 10 are taking votes right now. And let's see, use an emoji as the designs you wish to vote until February 20th. So I didn't realize so many series get announced at once. But yeah, Series 7 is definitely a go-to for me. There's one that's pretty impressive, and also I can't imagine how much this thing will be, the Fisherman's Village. But it's like a total, basically a wharf, right? It's a total port city type of place, even with a lighthouse, a fishing boat, 3 structures, and a whole mess of minifigures. That one looks cool. I can't think that set's gonna be very cheap though. So I think that, well, maybe, I don't know, you know, maybe the buildings are small. Maybe it'll be about the same price range as the as the frigate, which is already 350. The other thing is, I've never ordered one of these, but I know it also takes time. So if you order one of these sets, what is it, like a 2-month process before you actually get the set? Or no, it's longer than that. So the pre-order for the frigate is today, and you got about 3 more days to do a pre-order. It'll ship July 1st. So yeah, so like March, April, May, June, so like 4 months. Yeah, so it's almost like you'll forget about it, but I guess it's worth it if you are a serious collector. That frigate is, if I was a serious collector of, we do have at least, we've got the Destiny's Bounty, we've got the Barracuda Bay ship, the re-release of an older set, and one that came with the El Dorado Fortress, the smaller ship. So that would be a cool one to have. I would love to get that, and the Black Pearl, the Captain Jack Sparrow ship, which Lego has given it a more literal name. But yeah, that would be fun to add that collection. 20 minifigures, all that good stuff. And I don't know. This is a perplexing season for me, for the Brick Therapy Lego plans in terms of sets. Meaning, it could also mean that I just don't really have to buy anything for 2026. That sounds crazy, but I'm so, I don't know. In the past, it hasn't been a big deal, but now I'm like, it's like so much money. Yeah, I just like building though, and I have enough sets in my backlog that could present a lot of cool material for a while. But yeah, that's the thing with Lego, and I'll have to take a look at Lumi Bricks and see. 6 months is the wait time. Okay, yeah, it's a little bit longer. It's a little bit longer. Alexandria says, I also believe they don't give you an instructions manual. Oh, they don't for the Brick Designer ones. So it's just a PDF or something like that? Yeah, online instructions, says John Powell. Okay, yes, but for that price, I want a manual. I know. Just in different ways, right? It kind of adds to the collector's aspect of it. I know the boxes are, Bricklink design boxes and everything. I don't think it would cost them that much to print a manual. I love paper manuals. There's just something to be said. Like here, I'm gonna show this one off again, I know, but I love this is like a part of your collection are some of the manuals, the books, man, and then you get the, and then you get the backstory of the set. Star Wars being this one, and all the movie concepts that went into the design, and then the designer himself, especially for a Bricklink designer set, you think you'd want a designer profile printed in a manual to go with your set. That only makes sense. I did not realize that, Alexander, so that's interesting. Are they saving money on it? I mean, you're already spending like $300 on it or more. It's crazy. Yeah, exactly, John Powell. I also believe they don't, yes, but for me, for that price, I want a manual. Yeah, I like my paper instructions. Exactly. Me too, I agree. Owen Brick Studio, welcome, good to see you. Hey guys, let's go. Romy Brick says, did you see the Brixie video on building the retired modular set at a much reasonable price by getting the loose bricks from Bricklink sellers and putting them along together? I did not, Romy Bricks. Please explain more. I'm not 100% clear on what he did. I've seen ideas like that in the past where if you want a set, let's say you want, I don't know, Lion Knight's castle that was retired, in some way, shape, or form, you're able to buy all the parts just through different Bricklink sellers and then piece it together yourself and then get the minifigures separately and possibly get the set for a lot less money, which I've never tried. Although there's so many specialty pieces, maybe that's not a good example. I don't know, with the castle, I feel like there's too many specialty pieces like the flags and the arched shape pieces. Although, maybe those are pretty common. Yeah, or maybe trying to part out a Millennium Falcon build, that would be a little bit challenging too. but that sounds like that's what he did. So he got an old set, a retired set idea, and then parted out the whole thing. Interesting. If that's what he did, Roaming Bricks. At least that's what I'm thinking you're meaning. Saved him a lot of money. You should check his video and give him a like. Yeah, Roaming Bricks. I watch his channel on occasion. I liked it when I found his channel a long time ago, actually. Probably right when I got into Lego. And it was kind of fun. It's kind of fun to catch those guys in their early years or their beginnings. Although I don't know how long he had been doing his channel at that point. So I think I first saw his channel probably around 2018 or so. And then yeah, there was like M&R Bricks and some of those other guys. And yeah, I just enjoyed him being candid about getting sets and going to the Lego store. And I think I watched him get like the UCS Millennium Falcon or something like that at the Lego store. Yeah, now he's got like a huge warehouse, like a whole rented warehouse to store or basically house his entire collection, or 90% of it, which is pretty impressive since he had a whole full-size basement that was full of his sets, and then that got too, or he outgrew that, and then he had to get a full warehouse, which tells you how much you can acquire when you're at a collector level of like he is, like in terms of budget for all that. It's crazy. And it was kind of fun to watch him go and buy Lego sets early on in his channel, and like, okay, you know, he found 4 or 5 big sets. He had like probably about almost a $2,000 like shopping list, and he was, you know, sitting there in front of his camera justifying buying all that Lego at once, and just listening to him rationalize why he should spend that much money at Lego all at once at the Lego store. It's pretty funny, but at the same time, I think it's paid off for him, so that's kind of fun. So yeah, Roaming Bricks, good suggestion. I do want to see that. I'm curious about how he parted out. I've seen another guy do that before, where he's like, if you want an alternative to getting old retired Lego sets, here's a possibility. Buy the parts separately and see if you can, yeah, get it cheaper that way. All right, we got the T-Rex head coming together here. If I do this right and get the orientation correct, which looks good. And then the teeth. Oops, forgot to do this part. The teeth, oh, I gotta do this. Maybe I should put this off first. There we go. All right, T-Rex head. That makes more sense. It's starting to look like a dinosaur. This is a really cool build. So if you have this in your backlog, you will enjoy the build. It's probably a lot easier to get done correctly without live streaming, but I like the conversation. It's so fun. So Roaming Bricks, yeah, saving them a lot of money. Me too, says Roaming Bricks. Me too. So yeah, so the BrickLink Designer Program is definitely something that has been more interesting, as I said, the last couple live streams. The 2026 series of sets haven't really caught my imagination. Some people like the Creel House. I don't watch Stranger Things, so that movie didn't, or that set didn't interest me. That one was super popular. And then yeah, it's kind of been all these light brick sets, or not light brick, smart brick sets. That's those have been more fun to just kind of make fun of, to be honest. And looking forward to possibly getting a look at, not buy, get a look at the Minas Tirith set in the summer. Between now and then, though, you have May the 4th and Star Wars promo week for that. See what Lego does with that. Star Wars is going to be, unfortunately, probably all a bunch of overpriced sets, and then it won't be that fun anymore to see what they'll come out with Star Wars. If they do a new UCS Star Destroyer set or something like that, And so a lot of those could be interesting to listen and look out for. But yeah, 2026 set. I have the goal, hoping for the goal of a UCS set, but I don't know. Romy Brick says Aaron, the Lego builder, is from the UK, and he has a room full of cool Lego sets. Okay, sounds fun. I don't know that one, Romy Bricks. Aaron, the Lego builder. Tommy Brick says, let's hit 10. We got 10 likes, perhaps. We need 4 more. Tommy Bricks, it's a slow night on a Thursday, so we'll see what happens. We need another raid. The raid yesterday was pretty fun to get all you guys coming in from, I think maybe it was Mayo and Brick Together collabing yesterday too, or something, because they came on at the same time. But yeah, building up this set, this Jurassic Park set is definitely a new build experience. I don't think, I'm trying to, in terms of like Lego builds, I don't know if I've done anything quite like a dinosaur build. I've never done a Jurassic Park set build. My kids did the other one I was mentioning, the smaller one, and that one was kind of already set up. It was a smaller set. I think it had a Velociraptor build, but it was pretty much just attached the legs or something, and the shape and everything was already a mold. This one's like a full dinosaur build with, I guess the equivalent would be maybe like a Bionicle set, or that Fell Beast that I did for that knockoff set for the Lord of the Rings. There's Brick Together. I said mention raid of 1. We got a raid of 1. Love it. Let's go. Hey, Brick Together. Good to see you. So fun. Let's hit 10 likes, says Tommy. Romy Brick says folks are building their collection, and it's so cool to keep checking the community members. Yes. Hello, everybody, says Brick Together. Yeah, we got Alexander. We got Dropper Bricks. We got John Powell. We got Tommy Bricks. We got Romy Bricks. We got a whole lot of bricks. And in this case, we're talking Lego bricks, not literal bricks in a building or shooting a bunch of baskets and hitting nothing but brick. No, this is the real brick here. Brick Together says, I just watched Jurassic World tonight. Man, what timing. Do you get, Brick Together, did you say if you guys had this set? I was curious. Somebody else said they had this set. Drop Bear Bricks has it. They said they have it. And I feel like someone else said that yesterday. They have this set. Romy Brick says, I just hate to see the knockoff sets getting flooded in the market, ruining the fun to collect original Lego sets. Well, I am guilty of that in this sense, Romy Bricks. I know you've seen me build this one, but I am using this alt brick set here of the Helm's Deep Lord of the Rings to see how the build experience is going. I gotta say, this is a pretty good quality knockoff set here, so I will definitely not use it to replace the Lego collection, but in terms of trying to get the used Lord of the Rings sets from the old, like 2012, 2013 series of sets, it's too much. So yeah, it's just, I guess my reason to try and experience the build is to get those knockoff sets for that one in particular, like the Orthong Tower and now this Helm's Deep. And I gotta say, they are fun builds, but you're right, Romy Bricks, we don't want that to be the norm. And then unfortunately, Lego might drive more people to getting alt brick sets, just simply because people are going to be priced out of buying Lego. Because now with these smart bricks for Star Wars, and then even a couple of the battle packs that I looked up for Star Wars, they're doing that $45 range again, and that's just crazy. For a small, like $300 Star Wars set, they're charging $45. Brick Together just did a spare of the moment stream last night. That's why it was late. Okay. I like that, Brick Together. You just jumped on the live stream and went for it. That is cool. I do that. All right, maybe I kind of do that most of the time when I do these night owl live streams. I don't advertise it too far in advance. But yeah, very cool to see you guys raid this one. That's so cool. Um, Brick together, builds together. How are you? And how is the family? Says roaming. Love it. Um, no, we don't have this set, but it is cool. Yeah, that's fine. I was just curious. I know someone else said they had it, and um, in terms of like Lego collections, yeah, Jurassic Park is not one I found myself interested in when I saw these sets early on. Like, I don't know, they've been this. I think this theme's been out for like almost 10 years now. Again, everything kind of goes back to when when I got back into Lego and getting the Ninjago City around 2018, 2019. That's a pretty good build for a T-Rex head. They even got the tongue color there, and yeah, the teeth. Not bad, not bad of a dinosaur head build, and those stickers. The eyes on this thing, look pretty intimidating. It's like they're small, but they're like very zeroed in, like a hunter, right? So they captured the essence of the T-Rex's predatory look there. So yeah, and then seeing this, thinking back to the scenes in the movie, it's pretty good, reminder of that. It was a pretty good movie. I wouldn't say it was like my favorite movie in terms of when I saw it, like as far as action movies go. But now, compared to all the movies that have come out lately in famous franchises, this old 1990s movie definitely holds up as a good one. And I know they've done some more trailers of the Mandalorian and Grogu movie. When is that? Is that coming out in the summer or in the spring? But it'll be interesting to see what Lego sets come with that. I think they've done a few. Actually, yeah, you guys were saying yesterday the Sandcrawler is going to be one of the sets, I think, related to that movie for the Mandalorian movie. So that'll be interesting, especially when, we get to May the 4th. And what's Lego going to do to promo? Some more Star Wars sets. All right, now we got, what have I got left? There's a lot of these one stud pieces. Okay. A lot of one stud pieces that go on this thing, and it's like, I don't want to miss anything. So bag 5, that's crazy. Bag 5 is pretty much building the head of the T-Rex. That's all it is. This is one bag right here. So yeah, the 1,000 pieces in this set are very specific. All right, now this thing's coming to life. Now it's coming to life. Now we got a head ready to, oh gosh, it's all dark right there. There we go. Kind of moves a little bit. It's got a little bit of motion, a little up and down motion, which will kind of pop off easily, but not bad. So yeah, I still got the pins here for the forearm, so I think that's what is next. But before I do that, gotta get, oh, I guess I skipped that part to go back. I should have put the forearms first, but we got Sam Neill's character to build here. Got to give him his flair. They gave him a hat piece, like an Indiana Jones hat. It's got a cool, only one face, not a double-sided head or face. There we go. What's his character's name? But yeah, Sam Neill from the original movie, looking pretty good. And he's got a flair just like the Jeff Goldblum character. So no like shotgun. Can I even say that? Does Lego do that kind of design? I know they do. They do weapons. I know they mold weapons for other like Western Lego sets from the past. So we could do that. Or a flare gun. All right, there's only 4 minifigures, but they're pretty sweet. I mean, you're gonna have 2 old school, well-known Hollywood actors. You got Sam Neill, you got Jeff Goldblum, and then was it Lex and Timmy, the 2 kids? So that's a good It's a good collection of minifigs. I don't know why they didn't put his wife in this set, included in this set. Laura Dern's, I think it's Laura Dern who played his wife, also another scientist in the movie. Why did they not include her? One more minifigure, add another, I don't know, $5 to the price. And yeah, he did, Sam Neill does get a hairpiece. And as you build through, I think this is fun about this instruction booklet. As you build through each stage, you get a reminder from the movie, a scene from the movie, and a famous quote. In this case, it says, "Fetch Rexy." With Lexi and Tim trapped underneath the flipped car, it takes the quick thinking of Dr. Grant. There we go, there's his name, Dr. Grant, to save the day. He lights a flare, tosses it back towards the paddock, distracting the T-Rex and giving the kids a chance to escape. And then if you are really inspired, you can read what I just read in French and Spanish. So there you go, a trilingual instruction booklet. Surprised Lego didn't print it in German, although maybe they do. It depends on the region this set ships out to. Okay, I skipped. I don't know how I did that. I got to the T-Rex head. I thought I was following the instructions in earnest, but I skipped the little arm pieces, which, again, if you're a paleontologist, how do you explain this part of dinosaur development? How do you get this huge predatory lizard creature and it comes out developed with these small little forearms? What use are the forearms? It can't just be for balance. There's got to be something functional with this. I mean, this movie is all about Mother Nature, but yeah, it's kind of silly to see this. But I guess if you are a serious evolutionist, maybe you can explain the reason why a T-Rex has such small forearms. It's kind of funny. It takes away, he's not a full predator. You can almost laugh at him for this part here. But there we go. There. These are the forearms. Okay, so those go, I don't know, I skipped these for some reason. There's no claws, just little hooks. This is kind of funny. You get this huge creature and he's got little forearms. He's like the Toy Story purple dinosaur with these forearms. Look at these things, man. He's not gonna grab you with those things. You got these huge hind legs, and then you got this dude it's all about his head. That's his primary weapon right there, his teeth. That's hilarious. So there we go. Rafsan, Chopaverse, let's go. Hey, Chopaverse, Rafsan Chopaverse dropped in. Sorry, I was, I guess, mesmerized by the T-Rex. Romy Brick says, like I had built the Arkham Asylum set from Lego, purchased a $300 plus set, and the knockoff I see available for $69. You know, it's crazy, Romy Bricks. If you look at, I was curious if the AliExpress would start marketing the UCS Death Star, and they do. I think someone had already mentioned this too, but I looked it up myself also. And you could get the $1,000 UCS Death Star, but then you can find the knockoff version for like, I want to say it was like less than $200. It's insane. I don't know what the quality of the bricks are, but there you go. Lego's gonna get paid for the high prices in some way, I guess. Rummy Brick says, Rafsan, hello there. How's the weather in Bangladesh? Hope that summer will be not that harsh. As we are in the winter over here, it's crazy to think about summer. Brick Together says, I think Lego charges way too much money for their product, but that doesn't give people the right to steal their designs. Very true, Brick Together. Very true. Yeah, that's why it's like, okay, if I get a couple of these knockoff sets, cannot make it a habit of that. But I really wanted to get the idea of the design first, see if it's worth spending the real bucks on the real thing. I don't know. That's the crazy part. The Lord of the Rings sets, the old ones are so expensive. But that's okay. That's why we don't buy every single set that comes out. You gotta save up for the right ones. Late Night Stream says Chopaverse. It's true, Chopaverse. This has kind of been my new thing, man. So thanks for being here. Yeah, Brick Therapy has this perfect time to stream. Roaming Bricks, exactly, for you, for the other hemisphere of the Earth. So why not? You guys, it's like daytime over there. And oh my gosh, it'd be so fun to see your side of the world in real life, Roaming Bricks. I would love to go and travel to India. I just would love to see South Asia. That whole region of the world would be amazing. Amazing. My older son loves, not to stereotype, but my older son loves Bollywood movies. It's so fun. He will watch those. He loves those movies. Not that that's the only cultural aspect, of course, but it just reminds me of, or it gives me, I guess, a romantic view of what it would be like to see that part of the world. So yeah, Chopaverse is here. Rafsan is here. I am fasting, so I cannot eat or drink until sunset. Oh, Rafsan, that's right. Is it Ramadan? It is Ramadan. Okay, there you go. It's Ramadan over there. But yeah, once sundown hits, right, then you are you're gonna feast. I assume, my friend, you're gonna feast. Okay, so we got the that was bag 5. That was bag 5 of this set, the T-Rex. Here's a picture of the T-Rex. And Tommy, good call, man. We got the 10 likes. Thanks, guys. And then we got the T-Rex built up here. So that looks good. All right, so bag 6. What am I into now? I think it was, now I'm actually building up the huge, this might be, I don't know, not the most interesting part, but the base. You gotta have the base to display the T-Rex breakout, and this will be fun, the upside down Jeep. So now we get into something that won't be exciting to show off on camera, but that's okay. This will be good for chatting over, because I won't have to pay attention to all the small cheese slope, regular slope, single stud, curved stud, Technic piece sections, because I kind of struggle when I get to that part. All right, so I think there's more than one bag 6 though. Let me see here. That looks like 9. That's for the last, so no, there's 2 bag 8s. There's 2 bag 8s. Wait a minute. What do we got here? Okay, yeah, here's a good size bag 6. So there's 2 bag 6s and 2 bag 8s. There's 1 9 and there's 1 7. All right, and if you're just joining, Rafsan and Chopaverse, we're here building this one, 76956, the Jurassic Park T-Rex Breakout. Very cool set. I think it probably came out 2019 or 2020 and retired around 2020, the end of 2023. And this was kind of a spur of the moment. This set was on sale at Target, and I saw it, and it was a good 30% discount or something like that. But I jumped on it, man. I was like, I gotta get that set. This set is too cool to pass up. Plus, it's the original Jurassic Park, and I like that theme for Jurassic Park for Lego a lot better than the newer ones. I haven't seen any of the newer ones, the newer movies, and I think Drop Bear Bricks can attest to that. And maybe Roaming, I forgot. But I know a couple of you said the newer ones, or at least the newest one, the one with Scarlett Johansson, was kind of mid, if not, unless you were dealing with insomnia, then you could just watch it and fall asleep. Alexandra just said she fell asleep watching it, so that's funny. Yes, Chopaverse says, nice. It's 12:24. It's lunchtime, Rafsan, but you can't eat, man. It's lunchtime. Oh, no, do you guys eat lunch at the regular time there in Bangladesh? Is noon, midday a lunchtime for you guys when you're not fasting? I guess is the question. Roaming Brick says, love the original. All right, Break Together. Good to see you. It's late over there. Thanks for staying for a good minute, man. Really appreciate that, and I look forward to our collab. It looked like you guys are booked for a while, and so I'll write back to you guys and see if there's a date in April that would be good to do a collab with you guys, which would be super fun. 1:25 in the AM here on the East Coast, says John Powell. I love it, dude. We are talking to people across the globe, and it's all through our community here. This is the fun part. You know, when you think of community, you're like, community is your local area. It's in a small geographic location. But in this case, our community is around the world, but in this small screen, we are all able to reach each other, which is really amazing through, you know, all the cool things you can do with technology in a good way, right? All the cool things you can do with technology in a good way. I love these pieces. These long 1 by, what is that, 14? I love these 1 by 14 single stud wide bricks. These are so cool, and I'm always fearful that they'll break easily too if you drop them and you step on it or something. I feel like they're very vulnerable because they're so long. But man, yeah, they make the builds go fast, because then you are building a large platform rather quickly, and that's always cool. So, find some more of these plate pieces here. But yeah, it's fun to see the community. Yeah, connect with all of you guys between now and then basically since, I guess, last January, started connecting with the Lego community and just enjoying all these live streams with you guys, talking up Lego on a daily or weekly basis. Super fun. And let's see if this platform, I think I should, this black table cover with black colored bricks is not the best, but we'll drive on. We will push on here. So we'll see how this set comes out. Now the platform, this is kind of reminding me of the trash compactor set I built. When was that? In the fall, when I started talking about all the Star Wars diorama sets, as I build this platform here. That and the, what was it? It was the Dagobah set, the Star Wars Dagobah set with the half wing kind of build where Luke basically lands to train to become a Jedi. So it's kind of feels like that same platform build is coming together here again. Brick Together is out for the count. Yeah, I don't talk to this many people locally, John Powell says. I know. Exactly, right? Because we don't know if they like Lego. This is where we have the common connection, and then yeah, then you can do this. Then you can connect and virtually chat. You don't have to do all the talking. You can just chime in when you want. You can use emojis to express, certain sentiment or whatever, and then can add to the conversation, change the theme. There's a lot of good things, but that's funny. Yeah, exactly, John Powell. Romy Brick says it's similar to be noticed with the Jaws set as well. Oh yeah, it gives us a good platform base. Yeah, that Jaws set, that's right. That was a pretty good one. I'm not going to get it, but I think that the build on that looks really cool, especially with again, going back to all the nostalgia movies. The Jaws come out in the 70s, the original one. Rafsan says, because I come from school at 1:15 or 2, but school ends at 1. Chopperverse says, I'm thinking of starting to do some Lego shorts and maybe some streams. I don't know. I'm not confident. Chopperverse, yeah, you know what? Lego shorts those are good. They used to be like only a minute, and depending on what you want to do, if you're really good at kind of getting across your idea or thought, then the 1 minute can go super fast, but now they're 3 minutes. And so you can basically do a long form video and not feel bad if it's maybe too short. Then it can go on like a little YouTube short. The hard part with YouTube shorts is if you do a really good video, but it's in the landscape format, is that you gotta trim it down so it fits in the vertical, which yeah, if you're gonna start doing YouTube shorts or just do videos in general, I recommend getting Canva or some other kind of helpful medium so that you can edit your video in the right shape that will fit on a YouTube platform. But I found Canva to be a really good tool to do that. And then yeah, it helps you with all the simple graphics that you can do, design thumbnails and everything with. So actually, Romy Bricks, you're a pro at all that, dude. Yeah, what do you use? Because Romy Bricks he's got the design element down big time. His are good videos. Let's see. Romy Bricks says, Rafsan, you build Lego sets. If you do, how many have you built so far? John Powell says, the trash compactor is the only diorama I didn't take apart. That's a good one, John Powell. I like that one. That was my 10% of the UCS Death Star right there. I was satisfied to have that part, that section. It's obviously a little bit bigger than the one that's in the UCS set. Drop Bear Brick says, if I can be honest, I've had a lot of anxiety, mainly from back and hip pain, which is a lot better now. But I just worry that my channel won't get any traction. It gets me down sometimes. Oh yeah, Drop Bear Bricks. Yeah, try not to stress. Like start out with any expectations. Yeah, just start your channel, do a video, put it out there. And honestly, I think since your channel is new, your videos will get pushed more by the algorithm. Mine got pushed out a lot when we started, and now it's really hard to get the videos out where I put a lot of time in editing everything, and then it doesn't really get promoted. So that's a challenge. But yeah, I would say Drop Bear Bricks, just try a couple videos and then see what you think. But yeah, I think you'll be fine. Yeah, just don't worry about it. Mythic is here. Hey Mythic, I thought I saw your name. Mythic says, quite honestly, I built 200 sets. When now? Today? That's insane. Chopaverse says, I already am doing that for other content. I have Canva. Oh, okay. Yeah, Chopaverse, then you know. Rafsan says, I have built 13 sets. I subscribe to you, Drop Bear Bricks, says Alexandria. Let's go. There you go. Alexandria, always good to support all of us. Yes, exactly. John Powell says, do it for fun. Don't worry about how much the numbers look. Exactly. Chopaverse says, I do gaming videos, but I have almost 400 on TikTok. I've never used that platform. That's the other thing. Try to stick with one. Romy Brick says, thanks, Brick Therapy. I do a blend of human efforts with AI as I understand the technology and know how to use. Yeah, AI, that's right. You could use AI you could use AI for planning your videos. You could do it for scripting your videos. I haven't used it for, I think Roaming, you use it for like the actual narration sometimes. I'm pretty sure you do. Like, that's not Roaming Bricks' voice. So yeah. John Powell says, Drop Bear, autocorrect stakes. Rafsan, last night I went to bed at 1 a.m. and woke up sometime at 4 a.m. to eat with my family for fasting. Oh wow, that's crazy. It's like giving yourself jet lag and then trying to eat. I don't know, that doesn't sound fun. Roman Brick says, TikTok is banned in my country, so I refrain from using it. Yeah, I don't know. TikTok is not the safest of platforms. If you can say any of them are super safe. But yeah, what's your favorite theme? That's a good question. What's your favorite theme, Rafsan? Everyone's got some unique ones. I will say, the people that like the dream sets, I don't know about that one, but yeah, there's always the usual mainstays, right? Like the ones we've been talking about: Star Wars, Lego City, Ninjago, and then I would say a good theme. I like the architect themes, Lego Architect or architecture, and what are the modulars? Is that icons now? Ideas or icons? Those are obviously good ones. Those are the pricey. Those are the pricey themes. Yeah, Star Wars and icons are super pricey. That's where it gets hard to own much more. That's okay. Our collection, some of our collections are already good size. Might have to check into the, definitely check into the Lumi Bricks Fantasy. There was another, was it Fun? What was it called? I think it was like with Lumi Bricks. It was like Fun Hole or something like that. I don't know. It's kind of a weird name. So let's see. Rummy Brick says, because I want to eliminate the white noise and all the background noise, I need a professional studio environment to do voiceover if I do it my own way. Oh, that's true. It is hard to, I don't know, some microphones do pretty well, like editing out background noise, but I have some, I don't like using them. I've used them a couple times, but then it kind of sounds like it's like you're underwater, or just like a weird kind of tingy sound, or tinny sound. Is that the right word? So I don't know. I like more of just the natural sound you get from your phone microphone, to be honest. But yeah, it's I don't know. There's a whole bunch of things you can start looking at more in depth. But yeah, I don't know. Some of the microphones are leave a lot to be desired, but I did like it a couple times when I'm trying to live stream, and you know, I feel like you can talk with a less loud of a voice, a softer voice, and the microphones pick up all the noise. I've used them to do the regular videos too, the long form videos where I'm not live streaming, and that's been helpful. But I love it when you're building Lego and you want to capture the sound of like I don't know if it's gonna work with this, but you know, the sound of the snap of the pieces when that one didn't work. Let me try it again. Get that cool sound of the Lego snap going together. You can't really pick that up with the microphone, but that's just too clean. It's too clean. It won't work there. Okay, let me do this. All right, that looks good. That looks good. I hope there's another connector piece to hold this in place more. This thing needs more. This needs more backing. We'll do one more piece here. And all right. Not so exciting. I mean, it's a platform piece, but it's coming together. All right, what do you guys have to say? Mythic says, what set is this? Oh, Mythic, yeah. One more update. This looks better than what I'm holding in my hands that I was building, because I'm doing the platform. This is 76956, the T-Rex Breakout from Jurassic Park, the original movie. Some more exciting elements to it, of course, is the T-Rex and the Jurassic Park iconic Jeep from the movie. So we got that, and then you've got the 4 minifigs that come with the set, which is always fun. You know, you got the 2 professors and the 2 kids from the original movie. And the more I look at this, I'm like, why did they not give the Sam Neill's wife, Laura Dern, the female actress, the female lead in the movie? Why is she not included in this set? She has like a major role, you know, fighting back and surviving in that movie too. Maybe she came in another set. Maybe she came with the big gate, the giant gate where you also have another T-Rex built in that. Maybe that's why. I don't know. Trying to think of a reason why they did not include her in this set. I think she would have been a perfect addition to this set, because then you have the main leads of the movie. Just one more minifigure Lego. Come on, what are you holding out for? So it's crazy. Mythic says cool. Yes. Drop Bear Brick says haul videos are super fun to watch, at least for me. Yes, that's another good idea. That's what I would suggest. Drop Bear Brick says, thanks Brick Therapy. I think I'll do a haul video first. I bought quite a few in January, so I think they'll be perfect for a first video. I agree with Roaming Bricks. In fact, Roaming Bricks, when you brought up Brixie, I think I found his channel where he did just Lego hauls. I just find those fun to see what people end up getting and why they like certain sets, and just showing off. It doesn't have to be anything new either. I just like seeing what people get in their collection. Ooh, the internet is stalling. All right, guys. So, thanks for being here. I think my internet's gonna weaken out on me, so probably good time. I got 70 minutes in, got a great build with you guys. Where's everyone chatting when we're not on YouTube? Probably through Discord. Drop Bear Bricks. We all have Discord. Or you can just write comments on our Lego community page on our YouTube channel. But yeah, some good stuff. John Powell says she was back at the headquarters during this scene. Ah, okay, John Powell. They should still include her though. I like that. I would love to have that to complete. I'm sure I could probably throw together a version of that character in a minifig with our extra pieces. All right, guys, have a good one. I will see you, Lord willing, tomorrow. Happy